Hey everybody, it's Mag and we have another LEGO Creator review. This is Changing Seasons. Set 31038, 536 pieces. It's a 3-in-1. If you don't know what that is, it means you get 3 creations in one LEGO box. This is the first build. We're looking at the winter version. There's also a spring and a fall version, and this has a really cool item, which is a light brick. We'll show you that and a whole bunch more. So the first build in this Creator 3-in-1 is the winter version. As you can see before you, we have a Christmas tree, a snowman, a gentleman with a snow blower, some wreaths, and all around the white brick to resemble snow. There is a really cool house and an exterior that gives you that winter feel. The chimney on the side, the wreath on the street lamp or the yard lamp. There's also some design over the door, and as we turn the house around, there's going to be design over the window, etc. Pretty cool snowman with limited bricks, plus a brush, and we have a Christmas tree, which is an accessory item to go with this particular build. You do get a couple stones leading you up to the front door, which does swing open. Looking at the side view of the house, we do have shutters that open, or an opening window. There's a nice colorful awning with some decoration over the top of it. From the back, you'll notice a few red bricks on the roof. It's not completely covered with snow. And we also have a window with shutters that open in the back. Now this black piece that is sticking out is our handle so that we can swivel open the back of the house and take a peek inside. Let's give you a good peek inside where we can see the clear coffee mug. We have a lamp, a chair with a nice carpet, and then there's an envelope holder that's on like a desk that you could see the legs to right here in the corner, these tan colored pieces. And on the other side of the house, we do have a nice fireplace with a sloped black mantle, really not a shelf, but this is where our light brick is. Now, in case you're wondering how the light brick works, it just has a simple depression button, which is right here on the outside. If you watch inside, you'll see the red illumination when I press it in, and that's what the light brick does. It does work on a regular watch battery, so you can replace it over time, but it's a really cool feature, and I gotta say, this is the first set I got that includes a light brick. Here's just a final alternate view of the house from the side where you get a good profile of the chimney as well as our lamp that has a wreath on it. And these 1x1 brown cylinders down here, well, that's just firewood. Now the snowman is a very simple design, only made up of a few components. It does come with a broom accessory. It's a good use of pieces and it fills out this particular build. Not only do you get a home and a snowman, and a light brick, you also get components to build a snow thrower. I gotta admit, the designers at LEGO came up with a pretty neat design, and to incorporate a snow chute is pretty cool. My only point about this is that it's sloped. Yeah, I know it's supposed to throw the snow, but a real snowblower does not slope that much. It's level, and it does throw the snow. However, with the minimal components that we have in this set, plus to get it to work in a LEGO theme, I think that this build is satisfactory and it suits. Here's our simplistic Christmas tree with yellow and red lights. It's a nice added accessory and it fills out the winter theme along with the snowblower. Some of the things you might be able to do if you wanted to be adventurous is try to build a tree using more components that we didn't use in the build of the house, and see if you can incorporate maybe the light brick into the tree. You also have the ability to add LEDs to add some festivity to your build. Here are the 2 minifigure characters that are interchangeable. That's right, you can have a little girl or a little boy. The torso printing is neat, and it's not something new. We've seen it before. The checkered pattern with the red checkered board on the dark navy blue torso for the gentleman has been around for a while, and of course the smiley yellow face, the freckles along with the white hoodie in the front. We've seen that design before as well. From the back side, there is no back printing on our gentleman, and of course these are yellow skinned individuals, and in these particular builds there's no secondary face. We do have the cap that comes off. There's an accessory hole in the top of the cap in case you wanted to put like a set of earmuffs or something like that because it's cold outside. But those earmuffs are not included in this particular version. We do have the long hair piece for the lady, and behind the hair you could see the back of the hoodie, or the actual hood, that is on the back of her torso. She's a shorty, which means she doesn't have bendy legs, which makes her a child. So minifigures aside, let's move on to the next build. Here is the second build in our changing seasons. It's autumn because of all the different colored leaves that are all over the place. We have the double green windows that do open down here on the first floor behind our character. We do have a second story window, of course our chimney stack, and a television antenna on the top of the house. From the side we can see a good carport or some pergola cover, which is over top of his front door. All of the 1x1 colored studs represents the different color leaves. We do have a lamp post and then a pumpkin wearing a witch's hat. And in case you're wondering where the light brick is, it's right here amongst this. So looking straight on from the side, here's the tree with some branches that have no leaves left. They've all fallen off. Some blue in the front by the tree to represent a puddle or maybe a little pond area. Nothing special, but we will take a look at the back. And you do get to see a better picture of the bat, which is over here. That's also an autumnish type figure for Halloween. And here's our house from the final side. We're looking at it this way because we're going to open it up for you and reveal the interior. On the left, we have a chair with an orange cushion. There's a clear cup on the chair arm, and there's a reading lamp over on the right-hand side of the main area. And on the portion that opens, we have a couple fire logs here, and we could have a good look at the chimney or how the interior is built up with some fire down here in the fireplace. Makes it for a nice and cozy autumn cottage. All right, gang, and for our third build of Changing Seasons, this is a summer theme. It comes with a car, a tree with a bird on top. We have a nice swimming area, a nice lounging area up front by the mailbox, which evidently has mail sticking out. A neat build with little parts to show a lawnmower. And what summer wouldn't be complete without a barbecue? The section up front with the mailbox, it's a pretty neat build for a mailbox, and we do have mail sticking out. You can see the printed tile that shows the lettering, and it just goes in the mail slot like that. Some sloped roof bricks in orange color. This is just a lounge chair with a little table and a clear Lego cup next to it. Some nice foliage in order to enjoy the scenery. And in case it's dark, you do have a little lantern back here to provide some over-the-shoulder light. Now that lantern can also be used for the swimming area. We have a diving board with a bouncing ball in the water and, of course, our basketball net, where our Lego people can cool off on a hot summer day. And here we're viewing our makeshift tree, which is not a huge tree or has lots of leaves or greenery, but of course on top we have our bird. It's a black bird with a red beak, and yes, the tree does detach from the whole build itself, held in place by these two Technic pins, and they slide right here next to the pool area, so it can just give some shade or cover to those enjoying the wet water. Now before we move on and we look at the house, I did want to show you the barbecue area. This looks like the grill would be a 4-burner because it's fairly wide. You could cook a lot of burgers or dogs on that one. We do have a pair of tongs that you could stick in the side of the grill. Right now, it's holding a hot dog or a sausage. And there is a broom that's attached to the other side of the grill to sweep up in case we make any mess. The last thing we need is rodents coming around. There is a gauge on the front right side of the grill to make sure that our temperature is just so and our burners are at the right level. The grill top is on hinges, so it will open and close. And this particular part of the summer build has the light brick. You can see it lighting up right on the bottom, right through here. And then, of course, echoing or ricocheting off the back of the grill top. Now, I'm going to start with the back of the house. There is nothing special here. This just looks like it's a makeshift build. We do have some windows that will open up. There we go. So you do have some activity in the back. But here's where the hinge is. And the house does open up all of the way. So I will rotate so we can take a look at the interior of the house. So there's 2 levels. The upper level, really not much going on. There isn't much to see. There is some stairs here that you can go up to the 2nd level, and there is an opening so you can get into the 2nd level. There's a little window here, but there's no bed, there's no bathroom, there's really nothing you could do except maybe kind of hang out. Maybe a reading room. There is room to put maybe a chair up there, but not much activity. However, it gives you the feeling that there is a 2nd floor and that you can go up the steps. Right here, where my finger is, you can see I'm opening the front door. So this is the door to the house. This is where you come in, and then right away you can go upstairs into nothing. No, but you can come into the foyer right here, and then you would make your way over to this seated area here where the back of the chair does recline. So you do have a reclining chair with a lamp and a table. I'm going to close this up so we can get a look at the front of the house here. And here's the windows that are open with a nice awning cover. And then, of course, our front door so we can go into the house and enjoy ourselves. And then there is some other windows up here in the top floor which we really can't get at and play with, but that overlooks our grilling area. And, of course, here is that pass-through, the other window that's on the other side. So you have a very full view all the way through the house. So there's a lot of windows that are going on in this build. And I like it. It's a pretty good build for a summer house, given the pieces that we're working with. I mean, you only have 536 pieces. You don't use all of them, obviously, because we have to share across the fall build and the winter build. But there are some components that we want to take a closer look at. All right, so here's our vehicle that comes with the summer cottage or the summer house or whatever you'd like to refer to it as. And what's really neat is that this vehicle could be one of 2 things. It could be an actual usable vehicle where you can drive around, go to the store, go to work, do whatever you have to do. However, I have the minifigure in here, the one with the small legs. And if you guys ever seen those cars that are battery charged for kids, which go like a top speed of 2 miles an hour, this could be one of those, and it could be a toy for the kids. I mean, you could use your imagination. There's no opening doors. It has a pretty good design with the leftover parts that come with this particular version of the 3-in-1. You have some headlights, obviously no license plate, no sticker there. You have some rear brake lights, again, no license plate, and then just a little headrest or head support in the back here for the grown-up. But I got the minifigure in there now, and this is pretty neat. I do like this car. It's a little build, and you have multi-purpose that you can use it for. So what we're looking at now is our adult minifigure pushing a lawnmower. It has 2 big wheels in the front. Maybe that's to have an auto walk behind. You pull a lever and it'll turn the wheels by itself. But you do have 2 smaller wheels supporting it in the back. Of course, you do have these pointy things up here, which is supposed to maybe, trim the grass down. Maybe these things will vibrate back and forth and cut the grass instead of it coming in and chopping it with a blade and then having a chute, because there's no chute on here. So this almost resembles one of those older style lawnmowers, and some of you, especially the younger crowd, may not get this, but they are still available today. You can buy them, and all they are is circulating blades that are in place, and there's 2 wheels on it, and there's no levers, there's no gas, there's no electric. You push, and as the wheels turn, the blades spin, and it chops up the grass. And there's no bag. You can't catch your clippings, so whatever you cut just kind of lays down on the grass, and it stays there. So you'd have to, get an old-fashioned rake and rake it up if there's a huge pile of grass and you don't want it laying around. But those old-style push lawnmowers, I remember when I was a kid using one of those at my grandma's house. They're a good workout. I mean, you do have to, push. There's no walk behind, no automation. So if you have any hills that you have to cut grass on, you're going to be pushing pretty good, and that'll give your arms a good workout for the day. So that'll just about do it for our 3-in-1 changing seasons. We're glad you stuck with us through the whole video so you can experience all 3 builds. We hope you enjoyed it. We certainly appreciate you spending the time to watch our videos. And we thank you for being a subscriber and giving us your support. We hope you keep on building and having fun with your Legos. Leave a like, cruise our site, and bring a friend. And we look forward to you visiting us again in our next video.